Having my cornflakes. I still can't believe the fact that I slept for almost 12 hours yesterday. I came back from the trip, I unpacked all of my bags, I charged my batteries on my phone. Then immediate next thing that I did was straight flat out. Since I was so tired yesterday, I didn't edit my video and I just got my edit done. It's around 11 o'clock in the morning and our scheduled upload is at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's hope that we get our video uploaded in the right time. Drying all of my gear in the sun because it smells so bad. Still reminiscing about the trip to Pollachi. Boy oh boy, I learned a lot of things and gained a lot of experience during the trip. I learned to edit on the go, I learned to vlog when people are around. I also managed to get some B-roll shots in public. And on top of all of this, I did back-to-back travel vlogs, edited the video on same day, uploaded it the same day. But now we are back to the grind, and one of the things that I noticed while having food in Pollachi, especially in Raghav's house, is that they have sweet and spice added to their flavors and the food that they eat. I think I've never said this to you guys, but every time I have my lunch or breakfast or dinner, and if I'm having something sweet, my mind in turn wants to have something spicy. Let me give you guys a simple example of the food that I was having in Pollachi. If I'm having a dosa, I was instantly served with some dry grapes. Can you guys try to relate the connection between the sweet and spice of the food that our mind is craving? Alright, before we talk about this in detail, I gotta go work out.
Minutes later.
Since I wanted to know the deep down psychological meaning and the reason behind the sugar craving itself, I did some research. So there are three main reasons behind the sugar craving after a meal. Number one, after your meals, the main function of the body is to digest the food that you have consumed. This whole process takes up majority of the energy, and this result in loss of energy creates an energy spike which we crave in the form of sugar. Sugar is a quick form of energy. So if you're having a cake after a meal, now you know why you need that energy for the digestion. Instead, you can drink water, which most of the people don't do. Number two, the craving is mostly out of psychological reasons more than physiological. I still remember in my early days, my dad used to get a lot of ice cream, and I had the habit of having an ice cream immediately after my dinner, and that habit reinforced in me, which now automatically triggers the craving for a sweet food immediately after a meal. Remember when we went to Sibi's house yesterday? Oh, is it only yesterday? I thought it happened like 10 days ago. No joke, we had payasam immediately after our lunch, and the guy came and asked us if we wanted to eat something sweet after we completed our lunch. Yeah, of course we couldn't resist, so we had our payasam. Again, the habit is kind of reinforcing into our identity. Number three, it is due to some release of neurons or hormones in your brain. Remember when we talked about dopamine and the effects of social media on our brain? The same kind of process is happening over here. Post-meal sugar cravings can also be due to increased production of serotonin. If you guys didn't know what is the meaning of serotonin, it is a hormone which is related to happiness, and it gets released every time you're happy. A neurotransmitter which is associated with mood elevation. Consuming sugar or other simple carbohydrates is said to enhance the absorption of the amino acid tryptophan found in some foods. The tryptophan then enables an increased production of serotonin. Sugary desserts causes serotonin levels to rise, which makes us feel happier, calmer, satisfied. It's not really wrong to have something sweet after your meal or something like that, but anything in excess can be detrimental for your body, right? Yeah, definitely having dried grapes, just in Raghav's case, or having some healthy fruit just like me, it can make you happy and at the same time satisfied and not compromising on your body's health, which is really important for you. No joke, after reading this line, I became very happy. Don't cut down on sugar completely. Craving sugar after a meal is natural. I thought it was a problem only with me, but apparently the whole world is relying on the serotonin that is released in your brain. Okay. Now I can connect the dots and now I understand why having some protein food makes me happy. That is because of the release of tryptophan, which in turn produces serotonin, which in turn makes me happy. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, I've been taking a lot of protein foods and honestly, I didn't know the reason why. Well, at least not now. It always gets me excited whenever I connect the dots and sort of realizing a reason behind it, just the way I did in the protein addiction or the sugar craving case. But look at the marketing strategy of the shop. Apparently, Fast markets its watches in this manner.